Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining. I'm Joe Peterson. I'm the Vice President of Cloud and Security for Clarify 360 and the Chief Analyst at ClearTech Loop. And I'm here today with Stefano Righi, Chief Security Architect, American Megatrends. Hi, Stefano.
Hi, Joe. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you so much for taking time to visit today.
My
And
pleasure.
it's very nice of you. And if you all are new to the podcast, we are a hot take approach. We're going to do 3 questions with Stefano on AI security and give you an of the moment sort of feeling of what's going on from Stefano's perspective. So let me get busy with the first one. Stefano, how can cybersecurity professionals leverage generative AI to sort of break out of that traditional tools and tech mindset and drive more innovative thinking and execution in their security programs?
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe, for having me part of this conversation. I'm very glad to be here. Generative AI empowers cybersecurity teams to move beyond the reactive and tool-centric approach and embrace proactive and adaptive strategies. Instead of relying on static rules and manual workflows, GenAI enable innovation through automation, predictive analytics, and intelligent orchestration. We should take this opportunity to move beyond reactive security posture. While traditional security focuses on detection and response after incidents, GenAI enable anticipatory defenses. Let me give you a couple of examples. GenAI could provide predictive threat modeling, that is the ability to forecast attack patterns before they occur. Or another example could be dynamic risk assessment, which means to continuously evaluate vulnerabilities and adjust defenses in real time. We should treat GenAI as a strategic enabler to drive innovation, embed GenAI into our security programs, and not as a bolt-on tools, as you are saying, but as part of the design from the very start. We need to pursue secure by design for AI model. That means to build privacy and adversarial resiliency into AI life cycles, to mitigate risk like prompt injection and data poisoning without slowing innovation. It is also necessary to have a governance framework. We should adopt AI-specific standards like they are proposed by organizations like NIST and OWASP, and extend the zero trust principle to AI system to counter identity fraud and model manipulation. We should cultivate a culture of innovation, because breaking out of the, how you call it, tool and tech mindset is really a cultural issue. For example, prompt engineering training is necessary because poor prompt lead to poor outputs. Training team in domain-specific prompt design improve GenAI effectiveness and security outcomes. In our DevOps, we adopt AI native workflows. How we can achieve this? Just moving beyond static scanners, adopting AI-driven orchestration layer, connecting detection, remediation, and prioritization. I also want to touch something that is very close to my heart, meaning that we need to combine AI with human oversight. Because then AI can surely accelerate processes, but human validation ensure compliance and prevent misuse. We all know that GenAI is still subject to hallucination. I believe that the right check and balances, the right human oversight is required for every sort of automation. I want to touch also, if you allow me, a little bit on a firmware perspective in this conversation, because I have personally worked in firmware my entire career of over 40 years. And firmware security has always been, in the last 10 years, my focus point. And firmware has unique challenges because it is a very complex environment with multiple layers that go from microcode to BIOS to BMC to root of trust. The complexity of the platform is constantly escalating. And we are in front of evolving threats like bootloader malware and AI-driven exploits. So I also want to mention that for firmware specifically, there is a real global talent shortage in general for firmware, but is specific for firmware security. So firmware security is a very basic need because firmware run under the operating system, and any attack that could happen at such layer may go undetected by any antivirus solution running in the operating system. And at AMI, we are addressing these challenges, including AI, into our development processes and solutions for our customer, introducing dynamic and adaptive capability. Let me give you a few examples. For example, we provide automated firmware debugging, so the capability of identifying problem root causes and propose fixes using AI models that has been trained with historical bug and fixes data. And all of this can be integrated into the CI pipelines. Bless you.
Thank you.
Integrated into CI/CD pipeline for continuous validation. We provide also threat identification and vulnerability discovery to our customer with AI-driven tools to identify firmware vulnerabilities and providing the necessary mitigation. We have also started intelligent code generation using AI-powered tools. We have also included predictive threat intelligence on some of our solutions that analyze telemetry of firmware logs, detecting anomalies and anticipating emerging threats. So, in conclusion, generative AI transforms cybersecurity in every space, from reactive defense to proactive innovation. This can be achieved by embedding AI into workflows, fostering a culture of innovation, and applying strong governance. In this way, professionals like us can secure organization from emerging threats, especially in complex areas like firmware, but at the same time accelerate agility and resiliency.
Gotcha. And you sort of answered the second question when you talked about, putting security into the start of the process, which is very spot on. So I'm going to go right to the third question. How should the CISO be thinking about AI adoption in terms of its use to securing emerging threats? And then the other side of that coin, from an organizational governance perspective.
Sure. Yes, very pointed question. CISO should approach AI adoption as a security force multipliers and a governance imperative. The goal is to harness the AI speed and prediction power to counter emerging threats, and at the same time embed accountability and compliance into every stage of the deployment. AI is a security force multiplier. AI has the potential to accelerate threat detection and response. This because AI-driven analytics may process massive telemetry data in real time, spotting anomalies and novel attack patterns that traditionally system like signature-based system would not be able to identify. This is because the AI power attack have the potential to shrink the compromised window time to a very short time. But beside detection, may also predict and enable predictive defense. And most of all, AI has the potential to provide automation at scale, because AI may enable automated incident triage and orchestration, reducing alert fatigue and aligning response speed with machine against machine brought attacks. So the governance may act as a catalyst, not as a brake to innovation, enabling innovation while ensuring trust. We need to align with industry standards that are coming from recognized organizations like ISO, NIST, and we need to comply also with regulations that are growing constantly, like the Europe Acts, both the AI Act and the Cyber Resiliency Act, because at the end, all these AI systems are also are required to be compliant with both acts at the end, because AI systems have digital elements into them.
Mm-hmm.
So this governance cannot be siloed into security, but the CISO need to create these cross-functional committees in order to ensure that policies are applied company-wide and not only for specific incidents.
You make such a good point, because I'm starting to see these cross-functional conversations now that I really wasn't seeing before, because people are trying to figure out, hey, if I'm going to do an AI governance framework, for example, I want to make sure that I include the other, technical leadership and get their thinking, because AI is touching everything.
Yep, it touches everything.
Touching everything, right? So anyhow, very lovely conversation. Thank you for the great points that you made and taking your time to visit with us. And we'll have to have you back again to talk about MCP servers and those sorts of things.
Sure, absolutely. It will be my pleasure.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you.